Welcome to this quick hands-on video course on Facebook monetization. And in this course and in this video, we're going to be giving a brief overview of what we're going to be talking about. Now in this course, we'll be discussing a method of Facebook monetization that you'll be able to implement while at the same time you'll be able to allow it to run without you being present. So in other words, what you're really trying to do is to set up an income stream that will eventually run without you. Now, this means that once you've automated your traffic, you'll be free to replicate this cycle in multiple niches. And what we'll be primarily talking about in this course is executing a content membership inside of Facebook. And as you know, Facebook being a place with a massive amount of traffic, you'll be able to not only utilize the traffic that's already there, but you'll also be able to take advantage of some of the features that Facebook will offer you to be able to put a private membership into motion. Now, the reason we do it in Facebook is, as we said, we don't need any software in order to execute the membership. It's easy to administer, and we'd be able to turn a content schedule over to an outsourcer. And this is really what's important. And one of the things that we'll be talking about inside of the course is interaction. I would imagine that that's what you're going to be concerned about, but you don't have to really be concerned when you're executing a content membership. Now, the most important aspect of this membership strategy is keeping potential members entering in at the top of the funnel. You're going to have a membership and you're going to have people paying on a continual basis. You need to have people that are constantly entering and paying into the membership. Now, in most cases, due to the ongoing maintenance, you're probably going to have to pay someone to maintain the membership and maybe even to do some interaction. You'll want to have ongoing income to accompany it. And that's why you're going to want to have people constantly joining in order to justify the expense of having that person to maintain it. However, there are more monetization methods to consider that we're going to be talking about that will allow you to take this membership and even propel your membership even higher. We're going to be talking about putting other products in the funnel that will allow you to justify starting the membership. So as we get into the Facebook monetization method, get ready to start creating your own membership inside of Facebook. If you've never created a membership site before, you've never had a content membership, you never had a paid membership, you'll be able to do this inside of Facebook because it's so simple for you to be able to execute. So with that, thanks, and I will see you in the Welcome to this quick hands-on video course on Facebook monetization. And in this course and in this video, we're going to be giving a brief overview of what we're going to be talking about. Now in this course, we'll be discussing a method of Facebook monetization that you'll be able to implement while at the same time you'll be able to allow it to run without you being present. So in other words, what you're really trying to do is to set up an income stream that will eventually run without you. Now, this means that once you've automated your traffic, you'll be free to replicate this cycle in multiple niches. And what we'll be primarily talking about in this course is executing a content membership inside of Facebook. And as you know, Facebook being a place with a massive amount of traffic, you'll be able to not only utilize the traffic that's already there, but you'll also be able to take advantage of some of the features that Facebook will offer you to be able to put a private membership into motion. Now, the reason we do it in Facebook is, as we said, we don't need any software in order to execute the membership. It's easy to administer, and we'd be able to turn a content schedule over to an outsourcer. And this is really what's important. And one of the things that we'll be talking about inside of the course is interaction. I would imagine that that's what you're going to be concerned about, but you don't have to really be concerned when you're executing a content membership. Now, the most important aspect of this membership strategy is keeping potential members entering in at the top of the funnel. You're going to have a membership and you're going to have people paying on a continual basis. You need to have people that are constantly entering and paying into the membership. Now, in most cases, due to the ongoing maintenance, you're probably going to have to pay someone to maintain the membership and maybe even to do some interaction, you'll want to have ongoing income to accompany it. And that's why you're going to want to have people constantly joining in order to justify the expense of having that person to maintain it. However, there are more monetization methods to consider that we're going to be talking about that will allow you to take this membership and even propel your membership even higher. We're going to be talking about putting other products in the funnel that will allow you to justify starting the membership. So as we get into the Facebook monetization method, get ready to start creating your own membership inside of Facebook. If you've never created a membership site before, you've never had a content membership, you've never had a paid membership, you'll be able to do this inside of Facebook because it's so simple for you to be able to execute. So with that, thanks, and I will see you in the next video. Welcome back to Facebook monetization. And in this video, we're going to be talking about getting fans to opt in to your list on Facebook. And that's obviously the name of the game. And we've titled this purposefully, getting fans to opt in. You've probably got a number of ways to create fans. Either maybe you have strategies on getting new fan pages and getting fans to opt in. You've already got your niche. But now what we need to do is we need to get those fans, people who are already attached to you on Facebook, to opt into your list. Your objective is to get those individuals to find what you're looking to give them as necessary and exciting enough that they're going to consider your opt-in a no-brainer. So when you are really paying attention to what it is that they're posting about, paying attention to the things that they're discussing on your fan page, you want to use that in order to create your opt-in bribe. And you want to try to move users onto an opt-in list even if they are already fans. You know, they're going to be easier and less distracted when they're on your list when they get your sales messages. So even though you have maybe hundreds and maybe even thousands of fans, getting those fans onto an opt-in list will really help you to propel your income even more so than if they are fans on your fan page. Now, if possible, you should remove at least one step from the process by not having your visitors leave Facebook in order to opt in. And that means that you're going to have some of the paid tools available that will allow you to create that opt-in on Facebook itself so that people can go to your fan page and opt into your list. There is one, at least one, that is free. And in order to do that, you're going to need to create a form from your autoresponder and then add it to your fan page. Now, as a matter of fact, you're going to find that both Aweber and GetResponse have Facebook apps that will allow you to create your autoresponder, connect your autoresponder to your fan page. Let's take a look at those right now. This is going to be a fairly simple process of being able to go to the app page and really then just go through the steps. You've got a link there inside of your PDF, and what you want to do is you want to go to that link. It's going to bring you to this page that looks like this, and then you're going to click Add App to Page. And when you get there, it's going to be as simple as adding this app to one of your Facebook pages and adding an actual tab. That tab then will be part of your sign up here on the left side. You'll need to go there to actually start to set this up. And when you're going through the configuration process, Aweber is going to have you verify your account, and then you'll be able to go in and actually set up your form. The process is pretty much the same inside of GetResponse. You're going to go to the app that's on the GetResponse page. You're going to click Add to Fan Page. You're going to add the Fan Page tab. Once it's on your fan page, you'll need to configure it. And what GetResponse will require you to do is to put in your GetResponse API key in order for you to log into your account and have your account talk to GetResponse. And what you're doing in both of those cases is you're allowing people to actually opt into your account without having to go to another page in order to opt into your list. To physically get people onto your opt-in list on Facebook, one strategy mentioned by GetResponse is to offer a form-gated resource to your Facebook page, or in other words, you want to make sure that there's content that if you give it away, the only way they're going to be able to get that content is if they opt into your list. And even though the like gate is no longer available, there is the opportunity to place a content gate so that when your content is there, the only way that people will be able to get it is to trade something with you. Now, there are applications and companies that do allow you to be able to do that. Here are some of the apps that can help you. There is Wishpond. This is obviously a paid resource, but you can sign up for an account here at Wishpond. There's also the site TabSite, which will allow you to do pretty much the same thing. It's a paid application that you will be able to use on Facebook to do applications like the Content Gate. There is the website ShortStack, which will allow you to get started with a free trial. And then there is also the application, which is a little more well known among internet marketers, PageModo. And obviously what you're trying to do is you're only going to provide your best content when you do this. So you want to make it so that it's an absolute no-brainer for the person to want to opt in and want to give them your email address. And you're not going to just be able to just put up resale rights material or just something that is an afterthought. You want to make sure that it's a pain point. You want to make sure that it's something that people really want in order to do something to change their life in some way. Now, the other thing that you can do in terms of increasing the opportunities that you have for opt-ins, this is obviously covered in a number of marketing guides, is the call to action button on Facebook. Facebook gives you that opportunity on every fan page, and it's pretty clearly marked. You're just going to click the create call to action button there. And you've got a number of choices. You can have people watch a video. You can have a contact us button. For the most part, you can use the contact, or you can have your sign up button there. That's typically what you're going to use. And you can have people sent to an application, but you can also have people sent to an app. Okay, and you can do all that inside of the call to action button so that people will go to your opt-in page. Now, one of the less obvious and probably final things, and something that every marketer should be doing, especially if they want to do business on Facebook, is to make sure that even as people come in contact with your business in any way, you want to make sure that as soon as they get a free product or they get something from you, that you invite them to like your Facebook page right after they log in, right after they get to anything that you have to do, whether it's your coming in contact with your book or your business card, your publication or blog post. Always add people, always ask people to like your Facebook page, because again, it is the first step to being able to get them into the top of your funnel so that you can then invite them into your email marketing list. Okay, so with that, thanks, and I will see you in another video. Welcome back to Facebook Monetization Strategies, and in this video we're going to be talking about the main subject of this course, which is creating a recurring membership. And that is the main monetization method that you're going to build around in order to create not only a funnel, but also to be able to create multiple streams or multiple niches of internet marketing income. Now, one of the benefits of using Facebook as your recurring membership source is, of course, you won't have to worry about the membership site software. And of course, your content is yours. You will want to make sure that your content is backed up, and but for the most part, there really is no downside to operating your membership on Facebook. You are going to be able to keep it only to members. Now, that does mean that there is a slight trade-off. There isn't much that you can do in the way of automating their entry into the membership when they pay. So you will have to have a process in order to get them in, a manual process where you will admit and delete them if they stop paying. And of course, you will want to have this handled with an outsourcer, and making sure that the income that you're generating covers the work that they're going to be doing in order to get people in and outside of the membership. Now, there are 5 elements to consider when creating your membership or your mastermind, and these are very important for you to kind of think through. We're actually going to be going over at least one of these, but these are the things that you will want to consider as you create your Facebook recurring membership. First, will your subject matter or your niche support a Facebook membership? Now, we're going to go over this in some detail in the next video, but you do have to think through whether or not people are going to be willing to pay to be part of a community to get information. And that really means then that the information that you are putting into this membership has to be a pain point. It has to be something that people really are looking forward to trying to accomplish. And probably the second is related. What are you going to include in there? How is it going to help your business? In other words, if this is going to be a content membership and you want to make sure that this is something that you can deliver without having to be there, you want to make sure that it adds to the income and the revenue generation of your business. So if you have a membership that's of sufficient size and you have to have it's staffed by someone longer than, let's say, maybe a few or an hour a day, it may not necessarily be profitable. You want to make sure that you set the membership up in terms of what you're going to be giving to your members. Is going to be so self-explanatory that all they've got to do is to follow your steps, and that you're delivering the content through the membership. You don't want to have something that requires your presence, that requires a lot of work, that again will keep you from generating income in other areas because it won't be worth your time. So it's got to help your business. It's got to enhance your business to be able to create this membership. And getting a recurring fee is not enough to create something that's going to require you and tie you down in terms of your ability to generate income elsewhere. What should you charge for your membership? Now, this is going to be pretty important for the most case, internet marketing products where you have members that are used to paying between $7 and $27. You don't want to charge any more than that. Of course, if you're going to be present in any way, that's going to raise the stakes. That's going to raise the amount that you should charge for the membership. If you're going to be doing weekly webinars, you're going to be doing lots of contact, you're going to be doing lots of moderation, you're turning it into a coaching program, the more of your personal time that you're putting into this membership, the more you want to charge. And in general, when you start talking about when you start talking about putting in an hour or two of your personal time, giving personal contact, you're probably moving up in price to about $97 when you start talking about personal contact. If your contact is impersonal and group in orientation and even probably semi-personal, then you're probably talking about something along the lines of $37, maybe $27 on down to $9.97 or $9.95. What are you going to deliver to the members? Are you going to deliver video content, audio content, PDFs? What is the primary mode of delivery? And when you're talking about a Facebook membership, the minimum you ought to be doing is going to be videos. So you should be doing videos. You can also add companion audios for them to download, but at minimum, you should be delivering videos unless you're going to be doing live sessions or webinars or live coaching. And even then, you need to be putting the replay inside of your membership. Fifth, managing the membership. What is it going to take for you to manage the membership? And again, a membership that requires a lot of your personal time has to be, you've got to ask either more money, or you should be really looking for an outsourcer to do it. So this should be a simple thing to administer. So we're not talking about something where you're going to be in there doing lots of discussion. If you go in there once a day in order to have some discussion with your members, that's one thing. But we're not talking about something that's going to require all of your time in order to manage the subscription. And these are the things that you do want to think through as you start your membership, because they're going to determine what it is that you're going to actually be able to achieve in terms of success. And remember, your goal is to set up multiple memberships, multiple streams, so that again you can do this over and over again. Set up multiple funnels for you to be able to create income streams that don't require your everyday presence. Okay, so with that, thanks, and I will see you in another video. Welcome back to Facebook Monetization Strategies, and in this video, we do want to spend a little time and talk about one of the 5 things you want to be considering when you do your recurring membership. And we talked about the fact that one of the questions we have to answer is, will your subject matter support a membership inside of Facebook, or any membership for that fact? And it's probably the most important thing to determine before you start a membership. And you want to decide on what audience you want to really attack. What market do you really want to go into, and will that market support the fact that you're asking people to pay monthly? You need to have some evidence that people are going to pay on a regular basis for information in a certain subject area. And that's not too hard to find, and you just need some basic information. And when you think about this, you want to be as specific inside of the niche as you can. Being general about the niche is not going to help you. You really do have to determine how deep you're going to go inside of the niche, and that's what this little exercise is going to take you through, so that you can determine a membership where people are going to pay gladly in order to get the information that you're going to be delivering to them. And you want to first, and this is probably pretty important outside of the internet marketing niche, determine if there's already a magazine about the subject matter. Determine at what level in the niche that there's a magazine content. So in other words, you want to determine, and I use this as an example, not that this is a real situation, but you think about this, there are probably a lot of people who are interested in being accountable in terms of weight loss. But weight loss is way too general if you think about that. You want to think about this in a different way. And so you want to think about the depth at which people are going to be willing to pay on a regular basis. Now, one of the places where we can determine that at that second level of depth is whether or not there's a magazine on it. Can you go to Amazon or magazines.com and determine that there is a magazine on that subject matter? Certainly there is weight loss all over the place, but what about that more specific or deeper second level of information? Going to magazines.com or onlinenewspapers.com will help you to determine, well, here are people who are paying and willing to get content on a regular basis. Now, you want to determine also, are there products and services on Amazon, on eBay, and even on ClickBank for the niche you're talking about? What level are the best-selling products? Are the best-selling products at weight loss, or are the best-selling products, as we talked about, at a deeper level? Let's say that we were talking about weight loss and we wanted to start thinking about something even more specific, like the Atkins diet. Well, certainly there are books, there are products on Amazon or eBay or ClickBank on the Atkins diet, but we're talking about a membership where people are going to be willing to pay. And if we can, we might even want to go one level deeper, where we're talking about how can you do the Atkins diet on a budget. That might even be better, where people are going to be willing to pay, because people can get that general information. They're probably getting that general information in forums, but really delving deep into the topic area will help you to be able to determine whether or not your paid membership is really going to take root. Now, the other thing you want to determine is whether or not your niche is supported by Google and Google Trends. Now, what do we mean by that? We want to go into Google Trends. We just want to get a sense for what the trend line looks like for our subject matter. And going into Google Trends will allow you to be able to do that and to really be able to see over a recent period of time what is really happening inside of your subject. Now, when we get inside of Google Trends, what we're going to do is we are going to then just kind of type in our subject matter here. And we see a popular term. We're going to go ahead and look at that, at the Atkins diet. And what you're going to find is Google Trends is going to give us some information about the trend line. It's going to talk about what kind of searches are being done for this subject matter in Google. And you can see that since, let's say, 2005, that the searches have been down, but we want to look at that in a little more context. So we try to come within the last 12 months to determine, are we looking at something that people are just not interested in? And as you can see, the interest in search is pretty general. The other thing that we want to do is we want to go into areas and we want to start looking at related searches that Google will tell us. These are the searches that people are doing that may take us into that second and third level of depth. So we can tell here at the very least that this is a subject matter that's supported by Google Trends. We can look at this, something that people are actually searching for. It's not on the it's not on the downward track. We can expect that people are going to be interested in this subject matter as they have been looking for information on it inside of Google. Of course, the more specific we can get our subject matter into that search bar in Google Trends, the better off we're going to be. We talked about this before. We want to make sure that the niche is a pain point or goal motivator. It really needs to be something strong that motivates people to take action enough to go and buy an information product, to come and get something. And if they're willing to buy an information product, they're willing to get in and have discussion with people, they're willing to do things that require them to be accountable. Those are the kinds of things that work well inside of Facebook memberships, and where people can have discussion with others about what it is they're doing and what it is they're experiencing. Okay, so with that, thanks, and I will see you in another video. Welcome back to Facebook Monetization, and in this video we are going to be discussing the kinds of Facebook memberships, products, and masterminds that you can actually create so that you'll have a sense for what it is you're going to be able to do. Now, the truth of it is that you can administer a Facebook community by allowing your members to pay on a monthly basis. This is a recurring membership. This is probably the best of all worlds when you find that you have a membership that's really going to support people paying on a monthly basis. You've gotten proof that people are buying magazines. You've gotten proof that it's something that people are searching for, that it's something that people have been interested in over the last 12 months. And this is always going to work best when you can hand the administration of the site over to someone and you have enough members to justify their payment. You want somebody to take care of when somebody actually pays and they have to enter the membership. You want to have someone else do that. You want to have someone else handle the support requests, which we're going to be talking about here in another video. You're also going to want to have someone handle taking care of the members when the payment ceases. So in other words, someone stops paying, you want to make sure that they're removed from the Facebook group. And so again, these are all very easy things to do, and that's why you can get someone that you can outsource to that you probably don't have to pay a large salary to. In most cases, you can probably even have someone in college or even someone in high school administer this membership. And really, one of the reasons why you want to do this on a recurring monthly basis is so that when you have someone who is maintaining this aspect of your membership, you can then move on to another niche. I mean, your job is really going to be to understand the niche, to get the content created, to get it integrated into the membership, and then to have someone else do the day-to-day maintenance of the membership. You can deliver a product inside of the membership, but you want to at minimum have a support desk. So maybe you don't want to have this thing, you don't want to have it manned on an everyday basis. You're not necessarily going to be involved in the discussions. They are going to be taking place, but when you deliver a product, you do still want to have a support desk that people can get a hold of you in order to discuss anything that they might be having trouble with respect to the course. Now, when you do that and you collect a one-time fee for the membership or the mastermind, you are responsible to deliver the product. You don't have to be there as much as you would on an ongoing paid membership. The memberships are not going to require you or expect you to be there. You may also want to administer a group coaching program through live webinars. Now, this doesn't mean that this actually means that you don't have to have videos ready. Your content is going to be the live webinars and live meetings. you want to consider using a webinar system like GoToWebinar. That will allow you to allow your members to talk back to you. Webinar Fusion Pro will allow you to archive instantly to YouTube and post to your Facebook group. So both of these are good options. Now, when you get the Webinar Fusion Pro video, what you can do is you can download that video from YouTube and then re-upload it to Facebook, because again, if you put it inside of YouTube, you do run the risk of having it shared. The best way to keep that video from being shared, to keep it private for your members, is to make sure that it is uploaded to Facebook. And of course, you will already have the archived copy of it because it would have been the copy that you would have uploaded to Facebook. So you can have a recurring membership, you can have a coaching program, or you can deliver a product. The most important thing for you to determine is how you're going to administer it. So if you're going to have a one-off program, you're not going to be there, you want to make sure at the very minimum you have a support desk. If you're going to be there all the time, you can have a membership, but you still want to have someone do the day-to-day activity. And then you can do a live meeting or a webinar membership where you're going to be doing a group coaching where your interaction is going to take place on the actual calls, and then the replays are going to be what you're going to be placed inside of the membership. So with that, thanks, and I will see you in another video. Welcome back to Facebook Monetization Strategies. In this video, we're going to be talking about the payment systems you're going to be using for your Facebook membership, and in particular, you will be manually delivering the membership. So your payment should lead to a thank you page. And when I say manually delivering the membership, that means that you're going to be physically, or you're going to be manually putting them inside of Facebook. Now, presently, there isn't necessarily a robust system in order to automate this process. So you want to make sure that your buyers get a thank you page, they get a notification. You want to get that notification to your support team. You can use, in order for your payment systems, any of the affiliate programs can do. JVZoo, Warrior Plus, or ClickBank, and all of them have spaces inside of their product creation area for you to be able to designate a thank you page. Now, that's where we kind of want to talk about how you want to make this transition from your members paying and then quickly getting into the membership content. You want to send your members to a sign-up page. And an opt-in immediately after the sale. This is pretty important because, and you can actually use your autoresponder in order to do this, and I'll show you how to do that right now. You're looking at the page creation or the field creation space inside of Get Response. It's the same in just about any other autoresponder. You can add some additional fields there if you want to. Pretty much all you're going to need is the name and email address. Now, the most important thing that we're going to kind of talk about here is the settings feature. And when you go to that feature, what you want to do is you want to make sure that when they actually get to the thank you page, this is where you want to either place a video telling them that you're going to be manually placing them in there. They need to be a little patient, or you can tell them that within 24 hours someone's going to get in contact with them, and then you want to give them access to your support desk. But you want to make sure that this form is visible on the page and made available directly after the person actually makes their purchase, so that you can put them into the membership and identify them properly. Now, the other thing is that you're going to want to publish this page. When you publish this page, you publish the form, you want to put it on the form that's going to be hidden from the search engines. Okay, and so the people are going to be able to sign up to this form, and then they're going to be placed inside of the autoresponder. They're also going to give you a notification letting you know that someone has recently signed up. You're going to need to put them into the membership. If you're uneasy using your autoresponder, you can use sites like Wufoo or JotForm. They allow you to create forms on that page. You can use a paging system like OptimizePress or ClickFunnels. Again, the most important thing is to make sure that page is going to be hidden from the search engines, and so that anyone can't just get a hold of that page and then apply for it. Now, the other thing you want to think about here is that you want to make sure that this verification process takes place with minimal follow-up. If you got to do a lot of follow-up, once again, it's not going to be worth your time to administer the actual membership. Now, sending buyers directly to the Facebook page to request access is probably not what you want to do. This can lead to other people finding the group, especially if you have a closed group, and then applying and then not necessarily have pay. And then you're going to have to administer whether or not they're part of the group. And so you want to make sure that you start the process by getting people to apply after they have filled out the form on your website, and then you can actually physically put them into the membership. Okay, so with that, thanks, and I will see you in another video. Welcome back to Facebook Monetization, and in this video we are going to be talking about doing a support site for your membership. And this is a pretty simple process, but it is a necessary one. And it's an underrated aspect of the success of your membership site. And you want to make sure that you're offering support and that support is available whenever your members need it. And of course, because they're on Facebook, you don't want to handle your support by answering, let's say, posts to your Facebook page. People's instinct will be to do that, but what it tends to do is to breed negativity and complaining. And so you want to make sure that you establish very early, establish often, that if people have support requests and they need things, that they should contact your support people through either your support email address or through your support site. Now, what you want to do is to go to your hosting area. Any hosting area that has cPanel has what's called an OS Ticket free system, and you can actually set up OS Ticket very easily inside of cPanel. When you're inside of your cPanel hosting account, what you'll want to do is you'll want to scroll down to the Fantastico area. And in the customer relationship area, you'll want to click on the OS ticket link that you'll see right here. That's going to bring up this page, and all you need to do is then to click this new installation button. And then you'll need to set up OS Ticket in order to be your support site. Now, what this will do is will allow you to implement a ticket system and to be able to have someone else handle the tickets, which will be your outsourcer. And when you have a site, you can have multiple people, and you can actually have your outsourcer assign tickets over to you. Or you can have multiple people handle support if you need to. So that is really why you do want to go one step beyond to having a support email address. You want to go ahead and have a support site so that when someone works on a particular ticket, works on a particular situation, you can go back and see the record, and you can actually assign that to someone else who can actually do the work of support. But the main thing is you want to have support available to people 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, so that they can always reach out to you and let you know that there's a problem, and you want to pretty much try to solve that problem within 24 hours. If you can, you want to acknowledge the ticket almost the same minute and acknowledge it again that you're working on it. And then go ahead and make sure to go ahead and then get the problem solved within 24 hours. Okay, so with that, thanks, and I will see you in another video. Welcome back to Facebook Monetization, and in this video we're going to be talking about delivering your content on Facebook. Now, delivering membership content is going to be fairly easy, but the way that you want to do this is you want to make sure to upload your videos directly to Facebook. Now, you don't want to put your YouTube link in there, you don't want to put a Vimeo link in there, even though the videos you might consider them to be a little bit of a higher quality. You want to deliver those videos directly to Facebook. And the reason is because you want to set your membership levels so that people cannot get your content and share it. Now, even if you have a YouTube video and your content is set to closed or private, people can still click on your YouTube link, go to your YouTube channel, and share your video. You want to make sure that at the very least you don't make it easy for people to share your content. And so you want to avoid any third-party systems linking to that content. Now, Facebook does have limits to the size of your video, so that if you want your if your content's going to be too large, if your video is going to be too large in terms of size, you get up above 1.5 gig, you are going to have to re-render that video down to a lower resolution. And sometimes all that really means is that you want to go down from 1080 in HD to 720 or 720 to 480 if your video is long. So you want to just make sure that your video is of a size that Facebook can handle it. Obviously, you want to have it at the highest resolution possible, but typically you go down in resolution, you'll be able to get your video inside of Facebook and you'll have no problem with the limits. Okay, you want to make sure that your files go to the file area, and you want to make sure that, again, the settings of your membership are either set to private or closed. Otherwise, people are going to be able to see your content if the members share it, or even if the members have it in their news feed. If you have your content or your membership settings set to closed or private, only the members will be able to see the content. Nobody else will be able to see it in their news feed. Now, before you begin uploading content, make sure your content isn't being seen by others outside of the group. Again, your membership settings, your Facebook settings for the group should be set to closed or secret, one or the other. I call secret private, but it's really the same thing, either closed or secret. Any other setting will allow people to be able to share your content, others will be able to see it. Okay, now, again, delivering content is so very easy inside of Facebook. And again, all you'll really need to do is to upload your video content inside of the upload video area. Okay, and so as long as your settings are such that people can't see it outside the membership, your members will be able to see your content. So with that, thanks, and I will see you in another video. Welcome back to Facebook Monetization, and in this video we're going to be talking about doing some additional monetization, even though you already have your membership, with live events. Just because you're collecting a membership fee on a monthly basis, on a recurring basis, does not mean that you should not do additional monetization and make additional offers to your members. You want to make sure that you're always giving presentations for other products that are further down in your marketing funnel. So in other words, maybe someone has purchased your front end, your lower end product, they purchased your membership, but you also have a more expensive coaching. You also have a higher ticket or a higher dollar value home study course. You want to make sure that those members see those offers and get the opportunity to get it so that they can go at least deeper into the experience and be able to learn more and be able to do more based on your instruction. Now, what you're going to do is, when you have the opportunity, one of the best ways to enhance your membership is to bring in higher profile individuals, people who have a high profile inside the niche who can deliver high value content. And then, of course, you want to be their affiliate when they make an offer. Okay, so you want to make sure that the person you're bringing in, they need to have the understanding that yes, they can present their offer, but you really want them to give them good value, good information, and you want your members to hear from someone other than you. You want them to hear from someone who can really give them another perspective on what it is that they're learning. And now you want to do these kinds of events live, because when you have live events, you can always feel free to present other offers when they have them available. You want to try to avoid making offers in the news feed. That's really not necessarily the spirit of a Facebook group. And plus, what you're doing is you're really probably hurting your chances of being able to get them into another membership. You don't want to make it a pitch fest. You don't want to make it a place for them to just get pitched with all kinds of products and services. You want to make sure that membership is valuable. Now, when you do this, you want to have the kind of live events that, again, give you the opportunity to provide great value and to pitch something that, again, you would not present to them otherwise. Now, a lot of these individuals may or may not necessarily be on your email marketing list. Of course, you want to try to get them on that list. But again, if they're not on your email marketing list and they're not necessarily getting those other offers, this is a great opportunity through a live event to present them with an offer, understanding they've already bought something from you once and that they are going to be predisposed to what it is that you have to offer. So you want to make sure you get that offer to them through the live event, through a webinar, through a Google Hangout, through a live teleseminar. Whatever it is that's a live event, make offers that, again, have a higher dollar value and that have a higher perceived value in the minds of your members. So with that, thanks, and I will see you in another video.